Level 1, $10,000. I finally invest my first $10,000 into dividend-paying stocks. Assuming my portfolio earns an average dividend yield of 4%, I'm now receiving around $400 per year, or roughly $33 every month. That amount won't change my lifestyle. It won't replace my paycheck or pay my rent. But that's not the point. For the first time, I have money coming in that I didn't have to work for. Every dividend payment feels exciting because it proves the system actually works. My investments are starting to generate income on their own, and even though it's small, it motivates me to keep investing. At this level, I'm not buying financial freedom yet. I'm buying momentum. Level 2, $50,000. Now, my portfolio has grown to $50,000, producing approximately $2,000 each year, or about $167 every month. This still isn't enough to live on, but it's enough to notice. My dividends can now cover groceries, my phone bill, streaming subscriptions, or even my monthly internet. Something begins to shift mentally. Instead of seeing investing as something that might pay off decades from now, I start seeing real cash flowing into my account. Every new investment permanently increases my monthly income, and that's a powerful feeling. My money is slowly becoming another employee that's working around the clock. Level 3, $100,000. Reaching 6 figures invested feels like a major milestone. At a 4% dividend yield, my portfolio now generates around $4,000 annually, or approximately $333 every month. This income can cover a car payment, insurance, utilities, or several recurring bills without touching my salary. Every month, those expenses are being paid by my investments instead of my job. The biggest difference isn't the income itself, it's the confidence. I stop wondering whether dividend investing works because I've already seen the results firsthand. Now my focus shifts from simply investing money to steadily increasing the income my portfolio produces every single year. Level 4, $250,000. With $250,000 invested, my dividends now generate around $10,000 each year, or roughly $833 every month. This is where I begin feeling genuine financial security. My portfolio can now cover a significant portion of my monthly living expenses, making unexpected bills and emergencies far less stressful. Instead of depending entirely on my paycheck, I have another reliable source of income supporting my lifestyle. Financial setbacks don't feel as overwhelming because my investments continue paying me whether I'm working or not. For the first time, I realize that financial independence isn't just a dream, it's becoming measurable. Level 5, $500,000. Crossing $500,000 invested changes everything. My portfolio now produces approximately $20,000 per year, or around $1,667 every month. For many people, that's enough to cover housing, groceries, transportation, and many essential expenses. Suddenly, working overtime isn't as necessary, and taking time off doesn't feel nearly as risky. The conversation also changes. Instead of asking, "How much money have I invested?" I start asking, "How much monthly income does my portfolio generate?" That's when I realize I'm no longer chasing a net worth. I'm building a paycheck that lasts forever. Level 6, $750,000. At this level, my investments are paying roughly $30,000 every year, or around $2,500 every month. In many places, that's enough to support a comfortable lifestyle even without a traditional full-time job. I now have the flexibility to work less, pursue projects I actually enjoy, or simply spend more time with family. Market fluctuations also affect me differently now. Instead of worrying about daily stock prices, I focus on the dividend income arriving month after month. My investments have become a dependable source of cash flow, and that consistency provides something that's difficult to measure: peace of mind. Level 7, $1 million. Reaching $1 million invested is a milestone many investors dream about. At a 4% dividend yield, my portfolio now generates around $40,000 every year, or approximately $3,333 each month. Depending on where I live and my lifestyle, this income could cover most, or even all, of my annual living expenses. My investments are no longer helping me financially, they're supporting me. The biggest reward isn't luxury, it's freedom. I don't have to accept every job opportunity, work every overtime shift, or stay in situations that no longer serve me. My portfolio gives me options, and options are one of the greatest forms of wealth. Level 8. $2 million. With $2 million invested, my dividends now produce around $80,000 annually, or approximately $6,667 every month. At this point, financial independence becomes a reality for many people. My investment income comfortably supports my lifestyle while continuing to grow alongside my portfolio. The focus is no longer just earning enough to survive. Now it's about designing the life I actually want to live. I can travel more, spend time with loved ones, support charities, or pursue passions without constantly thinking about my next paycheck. My investments have become the foundation of my financial life. Level 9. $5 million. $5 million invested generates approximately $200,000 every year, or nearly $16,700 each month. At this level, dividends provide far more than financial security. They create lasting financial abundance. Major purchases can often be covered by investment income alone without needing to sell assets. My priorities also evolve. Instead of focusing on making more money, I spend more time thinking about preserving wealth, reducing taxes, supporting my family, and building something that can benefit future generations. Wealth is no longer measured by what I own. It's measured by the freedom and opportunities my investments create. Level 10. $10 million. Once my portfolio reaches $10 million, it generates around $400,000 every year, or more than $33,000 every month, assuming a 4% dividend yield. At this point, dividends don't just replace earned income. They create a lifestyle that is almost entirely independent of employment. I have the flexibility to live where I want, spend my time how I choose, and focus on what truly matters to me. My investment income is often more than enough to cover my living expenses while allowing the rest of my portfolio to continue growing. Instead of worrying about my next paycheck, I spend my time making long-term financial decisions that can benefit both me and future generations. Every investment decision is centered on preserving wealth, managing risk, and maintaining a reliable stream of passive income. The greatest luxury at this level isn't expensive cars or larger homes. It's waking up every day knowing that my money continues working for me, whether I choose to work or not. Looking back, I realize financial freedom didn't arrive overnight. It was built one investment at a time, one dividend payment at a time, over many years of consistency and patience. The journey didn't begin with millions of dollars. It began with the decision to invest the very first one.